So we got a bunch of questions, but I wanted to go with right off the bat and ask you, why is commercial auto insurance so expensive, or is it? We get that question a lot. A lot of new courier startups are kind of whining about it, and I'd like to know from your perspective, why is it so expensive, or is that just kind of an illusion?
Yeah, great question, right? We hear the same thing. And I can tell you that even in the last couple of days, and it probably ties back to working with you guys and doing a little more with MCC. We've had some outreach from some folks that are looking for commercial insurance for their medical courier operation. So I always say, like, the blessing and the curse of the courier final mile space is usually that the barrier of entry is just, I have a vehicle, right? So it's very easy to get into it, which is great. I think that the jump, to your point about getting into commercial insurance and maybe having the right insurance with the right protection to protect your business and your assets, but also to protect your customers, it can be a big jump. And it is a number that has done nothing but grow over the last 15 years, right? So I was talking to somebody the other day, we were reminiscing about the good old days of insurance. And I can go back to the mid 2000s when commercial auto insurance for a vehicle for liability only was probably $3,000 a year.
Wow.
Right. Which is, we hear that number now and it's dirt cheap, because now the number has become $6,000 to $8,000 to $10,000, depending on where you are. And the reality is that I can sit here and say, because I live and breathe it every day in the insurance space, like, those numbers are not crazy, high, but I understand that when you're coming from a personal auto policy where you spend $500 a year or $1,000 a year, that's a really big number. And I think the big reason, there's a lot of reasons for it, right? But if you take just into account what the exposure is from a personal auto policy basis to a commercial auto policy, that has a lot to do with it, right? Personal auto policy, take myself, for instance, I get to work from home. Where do I drive, right? I drive to the gym. I drive to run some errands. I take the kids places. I don't really drive a whole lot. Yep. Versus I'm a courier, medical courier. I'm doing deliveries all day long. I'm on the road all day long. I'm in traffic all day long. I might be in major metropolitan areas, right? There is just more exposure being on the road, more driving more every single day.